Hi, I'm Jeff Goodman and welcome to Scubaverse.com. This is video 2 and the final part of my trip to DiveFest 2018 in Barbados.
Welcome to Barbados. I am Andre, one of the coordinators of DiveFest 2018. So let me tell you a bit about DiveFest. First of all, we wanted to celebrate our coral reefs and we wanted to protect our coral reefs. Barbados is a coral island. We're not volcanic like our neighbors. We wanted to celebrate our youth. So we are going to be teaching 200 children how to swim and kayak and snorkel. And obviously we want to let the rest of the world know that we are open for diving. Right now we're in Carlisle Bay Marine Park. We got 7 shipwrecks under us. World War I, World War II. We have new wrecks with big guns. We got thousands of fish. We need the world to know this, and we need our locals to know this so that we protect it. For this week of activities, and what we have already started, we're teaching 200 children to swim. We're going to be doing coral restoration work. We're expanding our coral nurseries where we want to get our branching, a cropper cervicornis, our staghorn corals back on our reefs. We're going to be doing free diving. We're going to be doing lionfish hunts. We're doing East Coast dives, looking for those reef sharks. Hopefully we find a hammerhead or two. And this is just a week of activities celebrating our coral reefs. So come check us out in Barbados. This is a great festival. Check us out online on DiveFestBarbados.com. Dive safe.
It was on the way out to hunt for lionfish that we came across the Atlantis submarine, just preparing to submerge with a group of sightseers. The sub does day and night tours lasting for around 40 minutes and will explore both reef and wreck down to about 30 meters. It did look amazing, and with the permission of the skipper we dove around it to find a very welcoming hello message from the crew. If you don't dive, it's a great way to see marine life and learn about conservation. But back to business, it was time to hunt for the evasive lionfish. But even now, we were distracted by a very curious turtle who seemed completely at ease with divers. Through no fault of their own, lionfish have been introduced into the Caribbean by man. They have proved to be voracious predators and are decimating fish and other marine species in the Western Atlantic. The only effective solution to this problem has been to systematically kill and put them onto local menus, as they are reported to be delicious to eat. This is working and needs to be thorough for the future survival of the local marine ecosystems. With reef conservation still in mind, Andre talks to me about coral regrowth.
For the last 2 years we've been starting very slowly with our coral nurseries. We work with one species right now, the Acropora cervicornis, the staghorn coral. It used to dominate the Caribbean reefs before. We're trying to reintroduce it. Because of the branching framework, the reef fish love it. So what we're doing, we're going to be taking up fragments of coral, and I must stress this, we only work with coral that had been damaged. We had 2 storms pass through the region last year, or close to Barbados I should say, It damaged a lot of our cervicornis. So what the divers were just doing, we're taking small fragments out of the sand. If we leave these fragments in the sand, they will die. You saw some of them had already died. We're trying to rescue as many as we can. Then we bring them into the nursery. And what we were attaching them to the A-frames. The A-frame nursery allows the corals to be elevated above the sediment, and then you also get a full flushing of fresh seawater. The growth rates on our A-frames so far have been some of the fastest in the Southern Caribbean. It's actually going faster than the natural fragments, probably because of the elevation. And the corals you just saw us move have only been there about 6 months. And already the apicos have doubled or tripled. The apicos are the growth tips. That's a good sign. You want many apicos. When we put those fragments there, we're just one coral. Now they've branched and they have multiple apicos. Some of our corals are about 3 times as big as they were when we put them there just 6 months ago. So it's kind of surprising us, but in a good way, because we want fast growth rates. We have permission now to do this on a larger scale, so hopefully when you're back to Barbados, we can take you onto the reef and we can show you large stands of Acropora cervicornis.
As the week draws to a close and the final presentations are being prepared, I talked with John Hazel, President of the Barbados Dive Operators Association.
We're certainly looking forward. We've had some good participation this year from local divers as well as visitors on island. We want to continue to promote DiveFest from the environmental conservation side of things. One of the big things that we are continuing to do, especially this year, is introducing school children from the ages of 6 years old up to about 17 years old to the marine environment, teaching them about conservation, how important it is to preserve the environment, both land-based. The fact that their actions on land is what contribute to the degradation, deterioration, and pollution of our marine environment, etc., etc. Okay, Barbados is continuing to be a developing dive destination, but as I said, you know, our push is on the marine parks and, as I mentioned earlier, the conservation aspect, which I think is important for us worldwide.
This final get-together reports on all the good work achieved over the past week, as well as giving prizes for photography and other activities.
Another awesome participant, Lara Fenty. Please come on.
It's been a fantastic week with great diving and meeting very good people. Conservation has been at the heart of DiveFest, and this in turn will bring more divers to the beautiful waters of Barbados.